There's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to be talking about some, of course, Zeus news. It's the daily. I'm gonna try to make it daily, of course. The Zoom town hall. If I can't do it one day, that means ain't nothing going on. But this is the daily Zeus town hall. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you guys think about this topics in these videos. So the first topic I wanted to start talking about was Milan versus Durrell. It seems like they beef every day. I don't know if it's somebody in the background, behind the scenes instigating, being like, oh, this person talking about you. Oh, post this about this person. This person said he talking about you. Da, da, da. But every day I just see them going back and forth on Instagram. So the reason why they're going back and forth today is Mr. Milan, okay, posted this picture of Durrell, and it looks like a throwback picture of Durrell. You know, Milan loves to do the daily throwbacks, and then posted the picture, another throwback picture of this Durrell, you know, in Louisiana, looking very much throwback. You know, it's an old. It looks like he was about in high school. You feel me? Like in his car selling days and everything like that. So after Durrell got a lick of this, you know, of course he had to reply back. So I'm gonna read what he had to say on Instagram. And he posted a picture of basically, y'all seen this picture before, Milan with the little eyeliner on with the bald head. And he said this. He said, Milan, you can pull up any picture from high school, anything you want, but guess what? I never touched my face. I never had implants put in my chest. I never had silicone pumped in my butt. The only thing you can say, I sold rims for my Honda, but I never can say, but I can say you were an escort. But you can never say I haven't healed from a traumatic experience, that I'm growing old and hate others, including myself. What you can say is that the world didn't discover Derell because I was messing with somebody else's man. Milan Christopher, you should take time to reevaluate your life. Move back in with your parents until you can gather yourself mentally and start renting for a while. Oh, I forgot. Your family is still disowning you. You talk about money, yet sued the same vagina you came out of. Oh, the people around me said your cause is old as a pair of KSWISS, and while you're talking about my Mercedes, go look at when the GLB model was first made. Like I said, you can't come to the reunion, yet you're on social media talking. Oh, pull up my old pics. I look the same, just younger, and yet you went from Shrek to Donkey with all that surgery. Tired of clearing you, Milan. You should be too. Here's my whole thing. I'm sick of them going back and forth, and at this point, Zeus needs to make it mandatory in the contracts of at least next season that they have to attend the reunion, because it's not fair how they can kind of skip out and decide when they want to come to the reunion. One day they feel like they don't want to go, one day they want to go to fight. No, it needs to be mandatory, or else you're not going to get paid. Like, this is how I think Real Housewives do it. They hold, basically what they do, they hold your check for the last few episodes until you show up to the reunion. Then they release the whole last check of the last episodes plus the reunion payment. So it makes you kind of have to come, because you're not gonna want to miss out on money that like you worked for. So I think they need to do that. And I'm sick of Milan also throwing shade at Durrell's throwback stuff. You remember when Nene and Claudia was going back and forth, and then she was just like, "Let's not talk about then. Let's talk about now." Like, Milan, let's talk about now, because it's like you throwing all these little throwback pictures of him. That's not proving anything. He's not doing that anymore. He's not selling cars. You feel me? He doesn't look like everybody, of course, doesn't look the best when they was younger. You feel me? So he doesn't look like this now. So it's like, what's your whole point in doing this? It kind of doesn't make any sense. So it's like, I guess low-key poking fun at him. And also Milan's kind of been lately low-key exposing Zeus, because he hasn't been really promoting the show, and he's been just calling it, oh, like the Milan show, like basically saying like screw Zeus, basically, right? And also the next topic I wanted to talk about was Mr. Rio versus Gutta. Look at Rio, y'all. He's a whole singer. Look at him. Rio Skip Here and Now. That cover looks good, but you know they had to cut out the hair part. But that's none of my business. I'm just playing. So this is what he had to say to Gutta. So he said this to Gutta, and of course, anybody who's new that doesn't know Gutta, unless you're living under a rock, this is of course Gutta K. So this is what Rio had to say to Gutta, because Zeus basically posted a picture of, a video of Gutta saying, "Oh, he's the one who called Jonathan to pull up back to the house." Like when Jonathan called him and they were talking on the phone, he was the one saying, "Oh, there's no security here. Like pull up, right?" So Rio said, "Oh, Gutta. You was such a sweet little pie, sugarloaf, 100 bunches of oats. You made sure you was on your best behavior, but now you acted, so I'm gonna have to put you in timeout." I said what I said. Gutta was on my DICK, and I wouldn't touch her with carry on DICK LMAAOOO. And and then Gutta replied back saying, "Yeah, bitch is stupid. You think I give a fuck?" So Gutta said, "Girl, you was in house 3 days. I don't even know you. Not to be nice, weirdo. Like the fuck." So that's what Gutta had to basically say to Rio. And then Rio replied back and said, "And I got paid more than you did for being there for 3 weeks, laughing my A off." So my whole thing is, I feel like Gutta's low-key embarrassed because he got caught Loki's being a rat, being an informant. You're the one kind of leading him to get injured again. I feel like Rio, that the day after, he already got his ass beat. I wouldn't even try to let Jonathan come back because it's like he already got pummeled about like 5-10 times. What's the point of having this boy come back to pummel him 5 more times again? You get what I'm saying? Like he got enough abuse. He'll be okay, okay? So I do get why Rio is upset because you are the one that kind of like led the charge a little bit to him coming back. Because had you not said anything, had you been like, "Oh yeah, don't come back," or whatever, like is dead or whatever, we'll bring all your stuff to the car, blase blase blase. Then, because I guess Jonathan was calling for his stuff, so it would have made it a little bit. It would have made it a little bit more peaceful, and that whole chair incident wouldn't have happened. But we wouldn't have anything to talk about, would we? So the next topic I wanted to talk about was Baddies. So Baddies is done filming, you guys. It has officially been done filming. So there is no more road tripping, because that's what they've been doing this season, is a road tripping. So there's no more road tripping. And this was confirmed by Krishan Rock. She was on live. And you guys could expect a lot of spoilers, even more spoilers to come out for this season. Because one thing about Krishan Rock, which is her, she talks a lot. Okay. She spills a lot of tea. She runs up at the mouth. So I hope Natalie sat down with her and said, "Listen, you're not gonna go on live. You're not gonna tell the business of what happened to the baddies, okay? So we're gonna let the show air, and then that's when everything with the baddies is gonna be told." So like I really hope she had that conversation with Krishan, because I could just see Krishan on live just telling all the tea, okay? Because she does that with her own life dealing with Blueface. So of course, also she had a whole glow up for her confessional. So this is her confessional look, y'all. She is giving me Lola, okay, from Shark Tale, but a pretty Lola, not the lollipop version. So she's looking like great. Who like the thing is with Krishan, like I feel like she limits herself so much. She's such a pretty girl, and the fact that like she's so stuck and harping on Blueface, I feel like she limits her success. She could be way bigger than she is. She could start hair endorsement deals to where like people send her hair and like she promotes it or whatever, because she has a pretty face and a small face to where a lot of hairstyles end up looking good on her. Yeah, I remember when Jonathan Wright did her hair with the little burgundy red curls, like it looked nice. And now even this amber brown hair, it looks so good on her. So she could do stuff like this. She could even probably model for Fashion Nova. But with her, she's so stuck in partying and getting high and hanging out with Blueface and worried about what Blue's doing, that she limits herself. And it's really, really sad, to be honest. But of course, we seen her come home. And of course, one of the first people, well, she was already there with him in the Baddies taping in Houston, but of course was partying with Blueface. And that was one of the last people that she's been with lately, is Mr. Blueface. And look at Krishan, y'all. She got thick. Ooh, look at Krishan. Blue been dicking her down, girl. And I really think Blue is in love with her, and he's not willing to admit it. I don't think he loves Jaden. I don't think he's in love with Jaden. I just feel like the reason why he keeps knocking her up is because he knows that she's responsible. He'll never let Krishan have a baby because she's not responsible enough to basically take care of another life, because she could barely handle her own. So that's what I think about the whole Krishan and Blueface whole situation. So let's talk about Joseline Hernandez. Welcome to Vegas, baby. I want you come and pay me. Give me the diamonds, give me rubies, give me diamonds, baby. Take me on that trip. I wanna go shopping. Okay. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I'm playing. I play too much, y'all. So lately, she just posted the story recently, right? And I'm gonna show this video to y'all. Tell me I didn't catch what I caught.
When H-Town pull up tonight, and you know, you see that right there? You see that right there?
Certain measures have been
So you see her all excited and elated about this cabaret tour, but what you guys didn't probably notice if you weren't paying close attention enough, you see a mic right directly behind her. So I think they already started filming for season 4, and I think it's just gonna follow her journey on tour at the cabaret, and they're probably gonna make up little fake drama on the tour, and they're probably not gonna have new girls. That's what I think the season's gonna be about, to be honest. And also, she was also on the plane to a certain location on her tour. So can't play that video because of that song. So I'm probably gonna cut that out. But anyways, y'all. So what do you guys think of her filming for season 4? Do you guys think it's so soon? Because you guys already know Amberly just dropped her album. I said her album dropped the lawsuit against Joseline like a couple of days ago, and they're already filming. And it's been rumored for a while. I've had a lot of people reach out to me with like little tea that they're already filming, like right after season 3 was already done. But I didn't want to really confirm it because it wasn't 100% accurate. But this, with the whole boom mic behind her, I'm gonna play it again so you guys can see.
When H-Town pull up tonight, and you know, you see that right there? You see that right there?
certain measures have been
Yeah. So with that boom mic that we see back there, that's kind of confirmation that she is filming. That video I was gonna play that had the music in there, it looked like some of Zoo's staff was in that private plane that she was going on to get to the cabaret tour location. So just so you guys know. So I also wanted to talk about one more thing. Oh yeah, it was it was a video, right? I'm not even gonna play. I'm just gonna mention it. There was Lucci V from Bad Girls Club season 9, the Las Vegas version. She was basically saying how Jocelyn wouldn't last if she was a BGC girl and stuff. And I'm like, of course she wouldn't. Jocelyn knows who to try and when to try somebody. So of course she wouldn't last. So basically she was doing her own review of the Jocelyn's Cabaret and went off saying like, hey, Jocelyn wouldn't last if she was in the BGC girls house, and they would be on her head if she was ever a baddie. So that was just a little tidbit I wanted you guys to know. Leave your comments down below about what you think about certain beefs that I talk about in this video when it comes to Milan versus Durrell. I just feel like, oh my god, like the moment Durrell gets his hand on Milan, it's going to be over. It's gonna be over, okay? That Louisiana glamour is gonna go out the window. And it's just gonna turn into a Louisiana brawl, okay? It's gonna be so crazy if they both end up showing to the reunion, because I feel like they're gonna be fighting the whole reunion. Leave your comments down below, and entertainers, we are out.
No personal thing.